Good evening, YouTube. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to our live stream. We are we do start every live stream at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone that sees this live is welcome to come. If you have questions on beginner art or any kind of painting or acrylic or oil painting, wet on wet, knife painting, whatever, feel free to come in and ask questions. Or if you don't want to come into the live to ask questions, leave a comment. I always read the comments and I always reply. Don't forget, we do have channel membership now. It's a bronze, emerald, and diamond memberships. And we definitely appreciate our supporters. When you join a membership, you get lots of little benefits that are great, including discounts on my prints. And you get a chance to enter a drawing to get a free print, one of mine. You also get the opportunity to, when we have a members only live, to participate in that. The diamond membership is the only one that includes a one-on-one tutoring. So if you're having problems doing a painting or need some help mixing colors or something or explaining things to you, I'll hook up with you one-on-one. And it'll be a private lesson, basically, for up to 15 minutes. I'll help you out and critique your work and hopefully get things working better for you. So it is 2 minutes in. We have our internet wasn't looking too awful bad. Let me check it again. Waiting for people to come in. See, Saturday night. Saturday night, sometimes we get a nice crowd. Hi, Ken. How you doing, buddy? ASD's not here. He put up there that he wasn't feeling well, so he won't be here. I guess the waterfall painting, for some unknown reason, doesn't seem to be attracting anybody. I don't know why. I didn't think it was that bad of a painting, so I'm a bit surprised. I fully expect Recon to be late. I know he made it once on time before everybody else. Well, write that date down. That was history in the making. That was like the men landing on the moon. It's not a gift, Ken. I keep telling you that. It's called practice. Practice. I know you don't believe it, but it is. If you were closer to me, I'd have you in my studio and I'd have you painting within a couple of weeks. No, they wouldn't be as good as mine because I've been painting for 40 years, but I would have you painting acceptable paintings within a couple of weeks. It's just practice, patience, and the drive to want to paint. I don't believe in a gift, so to speak, of painting. I don't believe in that. I've seen way too many people become very, very prominent artists that didn't have any gift at all. They just had the desire to want to paint, the desire to do it. It's like being a really good plumber or a really good electrician or a really good person in nuclear physics. You're not born to do that. You learn to do it. You have a desire to do it, and you do it. It's that simple. I believe the gift from God is the fact that we have the ability to want to learn. Well, some people have said it, but not very many, really. They know it's just practice. Oh, ASD is here. Change your plans, huh? You got feeling better, did you, ASD? Oh, look, YouTube's showing zero people here. Ain't that nice? Yeah, well, I think everybody should be happy with themselves. Shoot, Bob Ross was not an artist when he was younger. Don't forget, he retired from the military. He started painting when he was in the military. He just had the desire to do so because it was relaxing and calmed him down, and he enjoyed doing it. That's actually the message Bob Ross was trying to send to people. It really was, to let people know that it doesn't take a God given gift of some kind to be able to paint. It just takes the desire, practice, and patience. That's all it takes. And like I've said before, I've taught 80-year-old ladies and older who've never picked up a paintbrush in their life how to paint a picture. And it would look good. It's how you're taught. I think that's the fairest thing to say is how you're taught and how much you apply yourself to do it and your desire to paint. So obviously, no matter what you're doing, if you don't have the desire to do it, you're not going to do it very well. Well, obviously, I would prefer watching an art video, but I've watched some gaming in the past years ago, mostly Quake. As you know, I was a Quake 2 player, and I also did maps for Quake. So of course, I would watch then to see how people like the maps. But when I'm relaxing, I most of the time I watch if just a few scratch channels. Recently, I watched a casino one, only because Brad did the casino one. So, and I went to Vegas before, so um, I went decided to watch a few of those. No, I never met Bob Ross. I did attend his school once in New Smyrna Beach, which is the one that he opened himself, and got to see over 100 and something paintings that he did in person, which was great. I really enjoyed that. In fact, most of the ones I saw were ones I saw him do online. I know what you mean, ASD. I work on them myself. I work on them very hard. People don't realize how much work it is to do good thumbnails, and they get better as you go, as I'm sure you know. Mine is finally starting to improve, and that's all practice. You learn as you go on them thumbnails. Sure, they could be a lot better. If I had a big channel like some of these guys have that make big money and all that stuff, I'd actually pay a guy to do thumbnails. I really would. I'd pay someone to do the editing and thumbnails to increase the quality of my videos. You know, but you and I, ASC, we can't afford to do stuff like that. We have to do it all ourselves. Yeah, I've done thumbnails with me in them before, as you've seen on here. It's just, you know, do a green screen. You can put your picture in whatever you want, or you can do a thumbnail from a video, for that matter. Do a screenshot from it. I have no idea, Ken. I heard around 3,000, but it could possibly be more. Probably is. Don't forget, Bob Ross painted before he was on the Joy of Painting on PBS. He was already painting. He was standing out at the beach in Daytona painting before he was ever on TV. And he used to sell those paintings. He made a living painting pictures before he got on TV. After he got on TV, though, he stopped selling the paintings. None of those paintings were ever sold. Yeah, yeah, green screens, they're a bit touchy. I know. Now I bought a brand new one. This big green screen I normally use behind me is huge, covers the whole room. It was a lot more expensive, but the bad part I found about it is they tend to fade. When they start fading, you get darker spots in them, and it does interrupt the quality of it. I noticed when I use this program, StreamYard. StreamYard is a lot more forgiving with a thumbnail. For chroma key, StreamYard's the best. I really have a problem with it. OBS is nowhere near as forgiving as StreamYard. Because I've tried to do some chroma key stuff in OBS. It would never come out anywhere near as good as StreamYard. It's just more forgiving. And hopefully they'll fix that in OBS. It may be that my green screen, because it's faded some, is affecting it. Lighting is also important. But my lighting's not really that bad. It's pretty consistent. But I'm actually going to add some more pretty soon. In fact, behind me, I'm gonna get some with Halloween's out. They've got those purple lights and purple string lights for Halloween. I'm gonna put some in the background here one day just to see how it looks. And turn the overhead lights off and just have a light coming on my face. And probably try to find some red ones too, a string of red ones. So let the red and the purple blend together. Well, I'm not wrong. It's just that, like I said, my green screen for some reason has faded, and it seems to affect it in OBS. It's more forgiving on StreamYard, this software, than OBS. I'm not saying OBS is not good. I'm just saying StreamYard seems to be better for me with my big giant screen I have behind me. It just seems to be better. I do have another green screen, but it's a smaller one, and it's a lot darker green. Probably would work better with OBS, but it's small. It's only like 6 feet by 6 feet or something like that, 6 feet by 5 feet. And I use just normal lighting, and I have some spots and stuff like that. And with OBS, it just didn't work well. That's what I'm saying. With OBS, the lighting just wasn't evidently good enough. OBS was pickier and wanted way more lighting than I had. And I'm going to say for the third time, StreamYard isn't that fussy. I can do a chroma key in StreamYard with no problem at all, with any picture I want, and they work. It usually works fine. I really have a problem. The only time I have a problem is when I got my air conditioner running, and of course it's blowing the curtain back and forth, the green curtain, and you can see the wave in it, a little bit here and there. But that's to be expected because I got something. The wind is blowing from the air conditioner. But that's why I want to get some other lighting in here to light up things a little bit better. Yeah, my green screen is, I think it's 10 feet wide by 6 feet tall. Maybe taller than that, 7 feet tall. Yeah, 6 feet by 7 feet. And it's actually on a big runner on the top. I can move it back and forth like a curtain. Like I said, it covers the whole back of the room, the whole thing, the whole length. Which is what I wanted. I wanted to cover the whole area. My wife said I could probably get some green, dark green dye, and we could probably re-dye it and make it a stronger green. I think that's it. It needs to be a stronger green color. Of course, I could try a blue uh, screen because you can use blue or green. But a lot of my clothes tend to be more blue. No, I pull it tight. It stops on the ends. I tape it off on the ends so it's tight. Like I already admitted, a lot of it is lighting. I got ceiling lights that are above it. And of course, it's always going to be brighter at the top than at the bottom. So, it's a really weird thing. And my room is so small. This room is not that big. So it limits the area you can do anything because I have so much stuff in here. I have a ton of crap in here. So, you can barely move around. She's doing okay. She made that lasagna today, though, instead of tomorrow. I just finished eating it. I had seconds. I guess Recon must be working late tonight again. I tell you what, I like to get AST is I like to get one of them Black Magic Atom minis. It's a USB video switcher. You don't need the software or nothing. You just plug in all your cameras into this one mixer push a button and you can change your cameras or activate them, whatever. But they're about $300 at least used, I think. I can't afford that right now. If I could, I would. He's doing good. He's over the COVID. They were over at the house today. He was thrilled to be able to come to the house because he misses his great grandparents. He missed them. He missed us. So he was thrilled to be there. But he's feeling good, smiling, laughing, and having a ball. He's back to normal. Oh, I know you are. I know you're excited to go. I bet you're just itching to get out the door, chomping at the bit, as they say. Well, at least you'll be getting up there. It'll be cool up there. Has anybody told you what the temperatures have been up there, ASD? I think it's up in about at nighttime. I think so. New Hampshire. I think my buddy up there said it's been down in the 50s at night, but during the day in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. Any weather report for Massachusetts? Might be a little bit warmer in Massachusetts because he's way up in northern New Hampshire. He's close to Canadian border. Well, I know you know the weather. I was just wondering if you knew what the weather was. I obviously knew you lived there before. I was wondering if it was cold there or not. It's not always cold this time of year. I've been up there before and have an Indian summer and it'd be 90 degrees. Huh. Where did that come from, Ken? It's decent. Well, that's good. I was wondering because my best friend is supposed to be coming down to Florida for the winter this month. I'm not sure exactly when, but I think it's somewhere around the 15th, I think. Fall is my favorite time up north. I miss that the most. That's the one thing I miss about New Hampshire is the fall. It's warm enough still to ride my motorcycle, and the scenery is beautiful. The fall colors are just fabulous. Nice fresh air when you ride. It's just beautiful. It's cool enough where you really need to have a jacket on, which is great. I'm more comfortable with that. But the scenery is out of this world. Driving up over the mountains and around, you know, swerving around the corners and everything. It's just a really good ride. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to be around. I knew you'd be busy up there and visiting relatives and whatnot and enjoying your vacation. Hope you have a good vacation up there. Little vacation and relaxing times can do somebody a lot of good. Get you all refreshed, and you come back with a whole different outlook on everything. And you rested up more and gets ambitious to do even more projects or whatever. Yeah, I know how that is, Ken. I mean, we ran that group home for 25 years. It didn't seem that long, but we were there 24/7 most of the time. Um, there were times that yeah, we felt the the time, but a lot of times we didn't feel it. Yeah, I'll try to remember to do that, ASD. I've already written down, reminding myself to check your channel out again, especially when you go up north. I'll definitely be looking at your vlogs. Like I said, I love the fall up there and the fall colors. So if you get some of the scenery up there, I'll definitely be looking at it. Never know, I might rob a picture from you and paint it. You never know. Ken, I feel like most of the time, I feel like I was 17 yesterday, and I'm 65. How silly is that? I'm like, where the, where the heck did the time go? I mean, one day you can't wait to be an adult, 21, and the next day, next thing you know, you're old. Just a blink in time. You're gonna do be doing a spray paint picture? Well, that's good. I guess Recon ain't gonna show up tonight by the looks. Looks like nobody is except us. Two people tonight. That's pretty sad. Heck, I'm surprised Trinity's not here. And yes, I do have coffee tonight, Ken. In fact, my grandson Dylan came over and told me that he was going to be on tonight, but he's not on either. Little devil. He's probably playing a game. Whatever that game was, he was talking to ASD about Fortnite or whatever it was. Maybe it was a different one. Yeah, it's a trap, all right. You're getting there, Ken. It won't be long. You're going to wake up one day and you'll be 65 and you'll go, what the hell? That's the way it happens. You know what this is? Hey, Steve, what was it? Wasn't there a game that you were playing with my grandson Dylan? Was it Fortnite or something else? Or you were talking about it? My grandson, he spends most of his free time on playing a game of some kind. I don't know how the hell he can do it. I mean, it's just constant. And he hates it when his mama interrupts him to do something. He turns into like a grizzly bear. Rawr! I'm playing this game. Oh crap! I forgot to log my wife on. Well, that's crappy. Damn it. Darn it. Download tonight is 9.19 megabits per second. Upload 1.08 upload. That's not bad. I mean, it's For us, it's pretty good. I don't know if you guys are buffering or lagging too much or anything, but it's actually, it seems like we're getting the better numbers, but it's been lagging more. We had to feed Odin. You got a PS3 with 25 games, Ken? I remember the PS2. I had thought about getting one of them at one point, but I never did. I did have an Xbox. There was some number behind it, Xbox 10 or something or whatever it was, but I never played it. But I got a bunch of games for it. My wife played it a couple of times. I tried it once or twice, and I ended up selling it on eBay. But my wife does have one of the old Nintendos still, one of the originals. And she has the new Nintendo, a GameCube, some handheld ones. Now, imagine the PS5s are expensive, ain't they, EST? Every time they come out with a new PS4 or 5 or whatever, they're usually pretty high. And the games are even higher. Of course, luckily, a lot of them are backward compatible. I haven't looked at any gaming systems in a long, long time. Years, probably. I always preferred playing on the computer. I know I played Battlefield and Wolfenstein and, of course, Quake. Oh, Velvet finally showed up, huh? The slacker. Hello, Velvet. Hey, Velvet, when Timmy comes or if you come with him, don't forget to bring that food for the ducks. They're driving me nuts. They already ate all my bread, the little devils. PS5 for $500. That sounds about right. It seems like every time they come out with a new one, it's more expensive. But I always liked the graphics on the PlayStation. They always seem to have better graphics. Oh, you give it to Jen? Okay. Well, she didn't tell me, so I don't know. I'm surprised she didn't tell me. The little bugger. I know Caitlin's spending the night tomorrow night. Did you watch my painting video, Velvet? No, you did not. That nice, pretty waterfall. Recon has deserted us today. Probably went in favor of Taco Bell. Oh, you got a new sewing machine? I didn't know you was going to get a new one. I'd have sold you Francis's as long as you didn't tell her. Because I bought her that new one and she never uses it hardly. I paid quite a bit for that one. My kids were all supposed to chip in and buy that one, but none of them would do it. Hey, ASD, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. We thank you for that. Oh, you have one in storage. Oh, I see. So you have one all this time. You just never pulled it out of storage. Well, I assume if you sewed pillows with it, you already knew how to use it. If you knew how to use your sewing machine, why'd you have Francis make curtains for you? Frances would do a lot better with one if she would practice more. She just don't have the desire to really get into it. I was hoping because for a long time I heard about it. I want a sewing machine. I want a sewing machine. I want a sewing machine. I finally get her one. She never uses it. Waste of money. I mean, I think she even got some patterns and stuff to make some clothes with, but never did. Those patterns are probably all gone now. I'm sure of that. And she even bought some material to do stuff with. She did do the little curtains in our camper, the other one, but it took me a crowbar to get her to do them. Annie, how you doing, Annie? Good to see you. I assume you're at your sister's house. All right, ASD. Well, thanks for coming in, ASD. I'm glad you changed your mind and stuck around for a while. I appreciate it. Have a good one, ASD, and get you some sleep and dream about that vacation, which I'm sure you will. Have a good night, buddy. Stay healthy and stay safe. Good night. So, how are you doing, Annie? Annie Oakley, huh? We'll just call her Annie Oakley. So, is Annie taking some sewing lessons too? Velvet, you guys both going to go into the sewing business pretty soon? I guess you could stay at home and make clothes and sell them. Never know, you may make a lot of money doing it. Make masks. It seems to be the selling thing now. Make a bunch of masks and sell them. I see them on Facebook all the time. People selling masks like crazy. That takes very little material. No, there are not many people tonight. Well, it shows we got 5 right now, but I'm not sure who else is here. And ASD just left. And Recon decided he finally had time for us after he left Taco Bell. What's up, Recon? And then he complains because he thinks I'm not on long enough. He comes in, we've been on for 40 minutes, 41 minutes. And when I shut down, he goes, hey, It ain't been an hour yet. It ain't been no hour. Well, when you get here 40 minutes late, of course not. You bum. The whole crowd agrees. Yeah, there was a couple of women that were making face masks, and they got good money for them too. I didn't know you were busy before recon. Busy doing what? Running from the bees? Family poetry? I don't paint poetry at all. You mean portraits? Well, not normally I don't, but I might be inspired to if the price is right. How many people? I've painted couples before, you know, two. I even painted three of my granddaughters together once. I don't. I haven't had a call to do a family portrait yet because basically it would be pretty expensive to do. It's expensive doing a family portrait because it's a lot of time consuming because you got to do each person separate, basically, and each person's quite a bit of work painting one person. So each person you got to paint. You don't use the same colors; they're different colors on each portrait that's in that painting, and usually it has to be a pretty good size one. And most people don't want to pay that much money to have one done. It's cheaper to buy go get a photograph done. Your internet starting to lag, Velvet? Mine's been lagging since the day I got here. Trying to get the kids food, huh, Recon? You should have given them food a long time ago, the poor things. You're starving them. My God. It's not money to be made, Ken, when people don't want to pay that money. That's the problem. Most people do not want to pay what you have to charge to do a family portrait. I have a very good friend of mine, a very close friend, who's a really good portrait painter. She's been doing it for 50 years at least. She's an older woman. She's very good at it, better than I am. And even she rarely ever gets a family portrait to do. Very, very rarely. Because people don't want to pay for it. They don't want to pay it. So there's not money to be made. It's a very, very rare thing. I mean, look at that Last Supper I did. You got all the apostles and Jesus, and there wasn't that much detail. That painting still took me a month and a half to do. Now, why would I see the feds? I don't see the. They're not around here. I live out in the boonies. You're doing plastic canvas working. I don't know what you mean, Annie. Would you explain that, please? I didn't know they had such a thing as plastic canvas. Yeah, you starve them. The poor kids, I bet they're all skinny. Uh, you got to give them more than a couple of crackers there, Recon. There you go. Annie, you didn't explain to me what plastic canvas is yet. You can't go to bed until you explain that. Don't leave me wondering all night. I'm sure you don't starve your children, Recon. I'm just messing with you. I know you're pretty attentive to your kids. It doesn't mean I won't rag you, but I'll still pick on you. But I know deep down inside you feed your children. I've never heard of plastic canvas, Annie. You got to explain it to me. You're making my head spin, and it might fall off. You got to tell me what it is. I've never heard of plastic canvas. Never. I've been painting all my most of my life. I've, I should have heard of it by now. I've never heard of it. I can't. I'm not sure paint would even stick to it. So you're talking about something to do with crafts. So the plastic canvas is basically for crafts. Okay. Is that something you use like a heat gun with? Ah, okay. You weave yarn in it. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. I think I know what you mean now. Yeah. No Jennifer tonight. No. No, she don't get on that often. My family's a bunch of deserters. If my family would come on at night, we'd have a full house every night. But they don't. And they won't. I can't even pay them to come on. Every night, all the time I see Dylan, he says, I'll see you on tonight, Grandpa. He's never on. They lie to me. They lie to me. Well, obviously, paint would go through the holes, but now I know what you're talking about. I didn't know they called it plastic canvas, though. I thought there was another name for it. I just don't remember what the name was. I think, yeah, I think you can actually buy those ones with the holes in it and use yarn and do a picture with it. Yeah, I know what you mean now. I think Francis actually got one of them. It's like a kit. You could do a picture of some sort, had the instructions and had the yarn and all that stuff, and you could do a picture or something. Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, when you finish that yard, you can come over here and clean this one, Velvet. If you're gonna be tired, you might as well be really tired. Bring Annie with you; she can help you. I'll get my whip out. Snap! Get y'all working. Yeah, well, we're in northern Florida here, kind of northern, so no, I don't know. He may be around here somewhere. It could be very well possible. If the guy is smart, he'd be in the city, where like wherever they're really busy, not in the outskirts, out in the country where I am, because people would remember seeing him a lot more than they would in the city. When you live in an area like we do, most people know each other or have seen each other many times. They may not know each other, but they've seen each other. And when they see people out of place, they're more, they tend to remember. Annie and Velvet are sisters. Yes, they're both friends of Jennifer. Nancy will probably be working someplace else tomorrow, bartending somewhere, I think. That leaves Jen and Dylan, and Jenny will, she'll have the baby, so that just leaves Dylan, and you know how much enthusiasm Dylan has about doing anything. So I'd rather get you and Annie over here to do it. I'll cheer you on. I'll send Francis out there to help you and get my whip, and I'll play supervisor. Velvet, you and Annie need to watch my waterfall painting that I just put up. I need people to watch it. There's only been 6 people, and 3 of them were me. I think that is the worst showing I had for a painting yet. That waterfall. I was very disappointed. I thought we got a pretty decent showing for the fall one that I did before that. The waterfall one I thought would be around the same. Nobody's watching it. Pretty disappointing. Yeah, well, you got a point there, Velvet, but you know, I mean, I don't mind helping as much as I can, but need to make a big burn pile. All right, Velvet, have a good night. We'll catch you later. Annie, if you're still there, or you're leaving or whatever, you have a good night too, Annie. Thanks for coming on, you guys. Don't be late next time, or I have to get the whip out. I have to give you that little fine. Yeah, I know you did, Ken. I appreciate that, Ken. But nobody else seems to want to watch it. I don't know. I bet if I did a damn nude painting, everybody would watch it. Weird, huh? If I did a nude woman, I bet you that dang thing would get all kinds of hits. Bunch of perverted people, I swear. I was actually getting set up. You can see the canvas over here, bigger canvas. I was getting set up to do another oil painting, which is going to be bigger than the other one, although I may go ahead and go to a size smaller. I'm not sure, but I haven't decided on what I'm going to paint on it yet. But getting only a few views on that last one does not encourage me to paint anymore. They really don't. No, you didn't watch it, Recon, at all. You watched the fall one, well, about a minute and a half of it, but you didn't watch the waterfall one I just released. You bum. You probably watched about a minute and a half of the one before that while you're standing in line at Taco Bell. Sure you are. I sure hope YouTube makes it a lot easier for people to find the live streams that are live every night. I mean, I talked about this briefly the other day, and because I can tell YouTube has analytics and it tells me how long people watch something. You bum, you think you can't fool me. If the video is an hour long and two people watch it and it says watch time was only 3.5 minutes, then I know you didn't watch the whole thing, no doubt. No doubt about it. It's that easy to find out. Anyway, If YouTube would make it easier for people to see the live streams that are on every night as they go on, I really think it would help a live stream a tremendous amount. It is down. You can't see it right now. Here it is right here. I think if YouTube would promote them better, and I'm not the only one that says that. I was watching a video on one of these guys that have 80,000 subscribers that do live streams too all the time. Even they complain about it. And they're only, because they only get like 20 or 30 people on a live stream. Even these guys that are getting mega hits all the time, they cannot get, people can't just get into the live stream. I don't know if it's because, like you guys say, you don't get the notifications right or what. And YouTube don't promote them right. There's got to be a way for YouTube to promote the live streams better so that people, when they want to watch a live stream, they can pull up something and have a choice of live streams. 3 people watched it, but they didn't watch the whole thing. My wife watched the whole thing because I made her watch it. I just put her name up there and hit play. So yeah, one full watching was of her. And I actually watched part of it myself with my other name. So that counts for a lot of it too. So it shows 7 people right now. 3 of them I did. So that means 4 people actually looked at it. The watch time is 1.7 hours. So if the watch time is 1.7 hours, and 7 people watched it, you can divide that time and you'll see the average time. And the video itself is 44 minutes long. So if I probably watched it for, with my name, my real name, and my wife's name my wife's name the whole time and mine about halfway through. So I watched probably almost an hour and a half of it. So a good portion of it I watched myself. And Ken says he watched the whole thing too. The fall waterfall. It should be right up there, not too far. Just a couple days ago. A few days ago. Yep. Yep. I knew it. Hey, Ken, I actually thought about doing a live stream during the day and focus it on football, NFL. What do you think? Think that would draw some people in? Maybe we could grab some highlights from some of the other YouTube videos and discuss some football. Discuss some of the top quarterbacks and whatever and all that good stuff. Well, that would be the more part of my channel. two sisters, 108, and the other is 95. I think there's actually a woman alive right now that's 121 years old. 121. Can you imagine being 121 years old? Wow. Amazing. I think right now, NFL sports, football, is probably a really hot topic for a live stream. I mean, I don't know a ton about football. I mean, I follow Green Bay and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I used to follow the Patriots some, New Orleans Saints, the Steelers some, but it might bring some people in. A lot of guys like to talk about football. I don't blame you, Recon. I don't want to live in my 90s either. Yeah, I know. There's billions of people on YouTube. There's still a lot of fans. I've looked at a bunch of the NFL channels on YouTube, and they had hundreds, thousands of people that viewing that stuff. I don't care. If I had 30 people come in, I'd be ecstatic for a live stream. I'd let that sucker run for 3 or 4 hours just to get the views. And let people argue football all by themselves in there, whatever. I wouldn't care. Yeah, I might even, if I can get some sleep tonight, that is, I might even attempt it tomorrow because football is on TV tomorrow, so might could pull some highlights in somewhere or something. Grab a live stream somewhere. You got a lot to do tomorrow? Well, that's all right, Ken. Whatever, don't worry about it. I mean, if I do it, it'll be just a test to see if anybody comes in. If they do, great. If they don't, then I'll just shut it down. No big deal. I have nothing to lose. If I get 3 or 4 or 5 people in for an hour, that's more view time. And I'm at the time right now, I need the view time. All right, guys, it's been an hour and 10 minutes, so I'm going to get the heck out of here. So you guys, you pop on probably? Okay, I'll watch for you, Recon, if you do. I'll definitely send a notice out if I do. At least I'll have one mod in there tomorrow. Never know, it might get crazy. The trolls may raid us tomorrow during the day. Who knows? Let them stay. I don't care. As long as they're not too vulgar. I don't care. Nah, they don't hit me with a copyright. How are they going to hit me with a copyright? I'll be streaming from whatever's already on YouTube, most likely. I can pull up another YouTube stream and put it inside the stream here. That's legal. That is legal for YouTube. I've already been I already know what the policy is on that. If they don't want you to pull it, the one that creates it can check a box to not allow you to do it. All right, guys, you guys have a good night. Good chatting with you. I'm sorry you were late again, Recon. You bum. We'll catch you tomorrow night, guys. Both of you stay safe. Have a good night. And if I get on tomorrow and we have it and you show up, that's great. If not, then I will see you tomorrow night. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.